Outside the window, snow was falling heavily, and it was a world of ice and snow. However, the man had taken refuge in his self-made motorhome, spending the winter warmly and cozily. On this day, Rishuan drove his self-made motorhome into the snow-capped mountains. Before it got dark, he decided to make a brief stop by the roadside. The altitude here exceeded 1,200 meters, and it was bitterly cold. Rishuan immediately got into his motorhome. He turned on the lights, drew the curtains, and the snow scene outside the window was a silvery white, quiet and beautiful. Although the interior of this compact motorhome was spacious, comfortable, and fully functional. After a day of traveling, Rishuan lay on the soft sofa, closed his eyes, and took a short rest. After a while, he pushed open the window to let in some fresh air. To make the inside of the vehicle warmer, he took out a small iron stove and lit the fire. The air began to warm up, and the indoor lights were dimmed. A soft atmosphere pervaded the entire motorhome. While it was still not completely dark, Rishuan relaxed and enjoyed the peaceful time in this warm and cozy space. He fetched some clean snow and put it into the kettle, slowly heating it with the fireplace. While waiting, he started to prepare dinner. Rishuan skillfully added rice and spring water to the pot and cooked the rice over the fire. Then, he cracked an egg into the pot, lit the gas stove, and prepared to make a bowl of seafood custard soup. For Rishuan, who had been camping for 2.5 years, cooking in the vehicle was already a piece of cake. As night fell, the surroundings turned pitch black. Only Rishuan's small motorhome was still emitting warm light. Alone, Rishuan enjoyed the crab and fried egg rice bowl he had made himself, roasting by the fire in the motorhome and savoring the delicious dinner, feeling peaceful and comfortable. After eating and drinking, he started to wash the dishes and tidy up the equipment in the motorhome. To keep the air in the vehicle circulating, he turned on the exhaust fan, but the cold air still made him feel a bit chilly. So he closed the window, relit the fire to keep warm, and turned on the projector to enjoy some TV time. Such a night was truly pleasant. Rishuan watched videos while sipping a small drink, occasionally having some midnight snacks, enjoying this quiet winter night. Finally, he extinguished the fire, switched the motorhome to sleep mode, took out the sleeping bag, and wrapped himself up. Before going to sleep, he brushed his teeth, washed his face, and drew the curtains to ensure privacy as usual. Lying in the warm quilt, Rishuan quickly fell asleep. The next morning, the ice and snow still hadn't melted, but fortunately, the heavy snow had stopped. There was no one around, only Rishuan's car parked in the snowfield. The scenery in the early morning was extremely charming. Rishuan sat at the car door, quietly admiring the beautiful snow scene in front of him. In just one night, the snow had piled up to more than 10 centimeters, and the temperature inside and outside the car had dropped to around 0 degrees. Rishuan got back into the car, lit the fire to keep warm, and started to prepare breakfast for himself. He made a simple batter, put it into the bread maker, and a few minutes later, a steaming hot taiyaki was ready. He cut the taiyaki open, and it was giving off waves of heat. Paired with a glass of milk, the breakfast looked especially sumptuous. Sitting by the window, Rishuan enjoyed this warm breakfast alone, feeling the peace and beauty of the early morning. After eating and drinking, Rishuan started the cleaning work. The cold weather almost froze his hands, but he still insisted on going out to clear the snow on the surface of the car to restore the car to a clean state. After cleaning the front windshield, Rishuan started the car, drove away from this snowfield, and continued his motorhome camping journey.